And we're live.
All right, everybody. Welcome to WTF. Welcome to Fayetteville. I'm Ricky Evans.
I'm your better-looking host, Joshua Sparks.
There you go. The host that can actually grow a beard.
That's true.
Versus all this
Yeah, you
just
have.
random. Well, you know.
I won't get into details on that one, but yeah.
So I wasn't 100% sure we were going to film this today, so I didn't shave.
Me neither.
And party up.
I did wash it though.
Yeah,
so at least it smells good next to you.
But you've got yours cleaned up for your big movie role debut you got coming up, which is going to be.
Watch out for it. It's coming.
It's going to be epic.
Look. They're in trouble. They got me in a movie. Let's be real.
I just can't wait to see, your name in lights.
Look, Hollywood doesn't know what's getting ready to hit them.
Oh, man.
I'm taking it over by storm. Like, The Rock? Shit. You might as well call him the Pebble.
The Pebbles. Pebbles. I think that's copyright infringement for the Flintstones, isn't it?
I don't know. They got Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah, well. It's not too far off.
Yeah, same thing, right?
Speaking of Pebbles and Bam Bam, how's the kids doing?
Oh, man. Wild. Bam Bam destroys the house all the time.
Yeah. Well, I know how that is all too well. You clean up, you literally turn around, and then it's just everything's everywhere.
I told you the story about Eden this morning, right?
Yeah.
Or no, the other day.
Yeah, you told me about that.
So Beckham and Eden were arguing back and forth, and Beckham goes, "You're a chicken butt." I said, "Okay, whatever." And then Eden goes, "Well, you're China." You might have a Republican daddy.
Lord have mercy. You know something?
And they just kept going back and forth saying, "No, you're China."
Something
China.
That made me think of you. I almost sent it to you. I think last night I saw it. It was two guys, and they were playing soccer on a field covered in Legos, and the soccer ball was a bowling ball.
No,
like the ultimate torture.
Jeez.
Why would you just self-punish yourself like that?
Well, I mean, there's been... I can't even think of it now. We'll segue into another commercial here while we gather our thoughts.
There we go.
This commercial break is brought to you by ERA Strother Real Estate. If you don't use ERA, then you're not using the right real estate company. You thought I was going to say something else, but I didn't.
All right, and we're back.
We're back from this segue.
We're going to be doing a lot of segueing.
Yeah, well, we're the Segway gang over here.
Segway gang.
Look, but anyways, we'll get back to what's going on in Fayetteville. We had some woodpecker games coming up.
Yeah. We went and caught one last week. Had a great time. Packers ended up winning. So that's always a good time. You never want to go to the game and watch them lose.
No.
They got a very young team. I think most of the teams 18, 19, or no, I'm sorry, like 22 and 24 years old.
Straight out of college.
Yeah. Guys hoping to make it to the Astros one day.
And a couple of them have so far.
Yeah.
Won a World Series. And,
Rake Myers, their starting outfielder.
I think they had a pitcher too, didn't they?
They did have a pitcher. If I told you I knew his name, I'd be lying to you.
Look, baseball is not my sport.
And I probably wouldn't remember to Rake Myers, but my buddy Sam brought me a bobblehead. Thank you, Sam. Appreciate you.
We'll have to have him on the show too. Him and a player, Christine or Michelle.
Michelle, yeah.
So many different names I forget.
Yeah.
That's why I have you around so you can remember the names for
me.
There
we go.
And if you haven't noticed, we did not plan this outfit, by the way, either.
No,
we're all the way up from the socks to the shoes. The only thing that's missing is he ain't got a hat.
Can we see the socks if I do it this high?
Jordan, we good on the socks?
Let's
see here. Lift them up. Lift them up higher. Look at the flexibility. Yoga's done this body good.
Yoga's done that body good. Oh, Lord have mercy. There's some jokes about that. And I know they said we can be ourselves on this, but I'm gonna leave some things to the imagination.
No holds barred, baby. Bring it on.
Thumbs up from behind the camera. Like, let's go.
Not today, Jordan. Not today, baby.
Jordan just likes to watch the world burn. If you don't know Jordan Blake, he's with 5 West Media Group. He's our amazing photographer and videographer who's helping us out with this podcast.
He makes the whole show run. Let's
Yes.
just put it that way. We do nothing.
we just show up, accidentally wear matching clothes, and down to the shoes.
And we literally just bullshit the entire time. We don't come in here with a script. We don't ever have anything planned. We just say, what are we talking about today?
And the coolest thing about this is we're still on the clock.
Yeah,
So
I love it.
So thank you, Denise, for
Thank you.
letting us bullshit on your dime.
Be ourselves and do this. Thank you. We really appreciate it because it's definitely a good break from the monotonous real estate and what's going on in this crazy real estate market right now. That's for sure.
Yeah, all the changes took effect last week as far as our local MLS board with the commission, advertising the commissions on the MLS and everything like that. And everybody thought, it was going to be the end of the world. But Here we are. We're a week later now, and I think everybody's caught on pretty quickly, and we've made it through. We found a way. Real estate's an ever-changing, ever-evolving industry, and we've got a lot of great industry professionals here in this office. So we're making it.
We are, and we're going to come out better on it. For sure.
I think so. I know that a lot of the forums actually, when you read over them and you look at them, it actually helps the buyer's agents.
It does.
It gives you a lot of coverage.
Yeah, and, well, not only that, man, it also gives you like that security too for the agent as well, because they know that they've, we're going out there opening doors for them. They know they have to sign this contract for us to even show them anything. So I mean, it helps both sides. I see the benefit of both of them, and really here in North Carolina, nothing really has changed that much other than we can't post stuff in the MLS for commission wise.
Right.
I mean, let's be real here. I mean, it's not that big of a change. I think a lot of the media has hyped it up and brought it up. We'll segue for this stupid train that's coming through right now.
Leave that part in. But yeah, so, and I haven't seen any sellers that are being hard asses about not wanting to pay buyer agent commission. And the way I've been telling people is I'm like, look, dude, the buyer's got earnest money deposit, due diligence deposit, closing cost, down payment on their loan, moving expenses. I mean, it costs a lot to buy a house and to uproot your family and move and pack everything up, and it's a stressful process. And
well, just look at the economy. I mean, all the stocks, everything's down.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not in a good situation right now here.
Japan just hit the lowest it's been
ever
since what, the 80s?
Yeah, something like
82 or something like that. I mean, it's just, I don't know, weird times that we're living in, man.
Look,
but
you can say that again.
But I think just like the real estate market and us real estate professionals adapted and we're surviving. America's got a history of doing that too. So I see us coming out on top at the end of all this.
Yeah, absolutely. And let's be honest too. I mean, it's going to clear a lot of the riffraff out of the real estate market. I mean, all these agents that were, order takers, and they're not going to be in this market anymore. I mean, it's over. It's over for them. You've
got to have the skill, the gift of gab. You've got to have that professional care. So, like you said, it's going to weed some people out. It's going to scare some people away. But those who are good and who stick in it and stay with it, they're gonna be better because of it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's almost like lifting weights.
We've lifted so many weights.
Oh, so many.
Look at these guns, baby.
Yeah, I haven't lifted a weight on purpose in about 15 years.
Look, I have 2 kids. Those are weightlifting tools in itself right there. Yeah. I mean, I think I'll be all right.
Yep.
I got that dad strength,
I've done some 12-ounce curls lately, though.
Is it 12 or is it like 8-ounce cans?
No, it's 12. And I've bulked up right in the belly from it, here recently. 20 pounds in the past year I put on, from my 12-ounce curls.
Oh, man. You're so fat.
Yep. and well, up to a whopping 165 now, and I'm fat. Oh Lord!
But
and that segment was brought to you by Coors Light.
hey, we don't want that water here, okay? I don't want that water.
Hey,
Where's the whiskey at?
As long as the
Where's the
mountains are
good
blue.
stuff?
Hey, yeah, got to get you some of that Tennessee whiskey.
Look, pretty soon we'll have us a bottle of whiskey right here.
There we go.
We'll call it what we're gonna call our real estate. I think we should just call it Bass Bros Whiskey.
No, the Real Estate Bros.
Nah, man, Bass Bros Whiskey.
All right.
What are you talking about, Real Estate Bros?
Well, let's segue right quick so I can answer this phone call.
Phone call segue.
Phone call segue.
All right. And this commercial break is brought to you by Empower Commercial Group. Look for them for your local rentals.
All right. And welcome back from that message from our sponsor.
Whoever it was.
Yes. That message was from a sponsor. It was from Empower Commercial Group, from Randy, the brains behind that operation.
No kidding, man. She does amazing. Her and Desiree and all that Z, the team, the whole team, man.
The whole team, yeah.
And 3 of them running almost 1,000 properties. That is incredible.
Yeah, it's very impressive. Very impressive. So yeah, and one of the things, we'll segue this into the show.
A lot of our listeners probably don't know what's going on, so you need to kind of elaborate that on the Grays Creek area and what's going on out there.
So if you stay south of Fayetteville, anywhere within about 10 miles as the bird flies from the Cape Fear River, there's a chance you've been poisoned. No.
Nah, you haven't been poisoned.
There's a chance that your groundwater has been contaminated with a chemical called Gen X that was used to make non-stick cooking material for frying pans. Mm-hmm. And Gen X is not as cool as it sounds. I've been drinking it my whole life, and I haven't turned into an X-Men yet. Shout out, by the way. Deadpool and Wolverine is a great movie. We'll chat about that in a minute. Yes.
I've only seen Despicable Me 4. Look.
You know what? The 2 summer blockbuster hits are right there.
Yeah. Look, I enjoyed it.
Deadpool, Wolverine, and Despicable Me 4.
It was good, man.
No spoilers.
I'm not gonna say nothing.
I won't spoil.
Don't spoil mine.
Deadpool, Wolverine, if you don't spoil Despicable Me 4.
Have you been watching Game of Thrones at all? The House of Dragons?
I have not.
Oh man, well, you're not missing much. I was very disappointed, and I was a little pissed off. Not gonna lie.
Okay.
I don't know about you, Jordan, if you've watched it or not. But yeah.
All I know is Matt, the other half of Five Last Media Group, who does amazing work for us as well. He was super pumped about 2 dragons fighting.
Yeah, nothing.
Oh,
nothing,
dude.
Nothing happened. They only had the one dragon fight, and that was it. In the entire season, I was like, "Is this for real right now?"
Man.
And they built it up all the way to the end just for you not to see the battle. And I was like, "Are you kidding me? I gotta wait a whole another 6 months or a year?"
That's about the level of disappointment my wife feels once a week.
Well, it's more like 4 or 5 times a week. Speaking of her, she's dead to me.
She's dead.
She's dead to me.
Yeah.
Just for clowning on us for the matching outfits, she's dead to me.
Yeah.
Brittany, you're dead. Okay.
So again,
it's over.
The matching outfits were completely accidental. And my wife basically made a comment alluding to us being lovers.
She might not be totally wrong.
No, there's totally a bromance going on there for sure. Yeah, but that was pretty good. She clowned on us pretty good this morning.
Yeah, we had no response for that other than just the finger, I think is what you did.
Yeah, just a finger.
Okay.
Just a finger. The middle finger emoji. Whoever decided to put the middle finger emoji in the keyboard, excellent call.
It was a genius move.
That's top tier.
I mean, you figure you're telling somebody they're number one and tell them to F off at the same time.
Yeah. I mean,
it was a win-win.
It's on the Mount Rushmore of emojis.
It's a win-win.
Right next to the poop.
Never used it.
You never used a poop?
Never used a poop emoji.
Oh,
Look, I'm not an emoji guy.
Instead of saying like shit.
Dude, I'm so old school. I still type in HAHA for laughing.
Oh, okay. All right.
There might be an LOL, but that seems a little not my style.
Yeah,
so I do the HAHA.
As long as
ha, got you.
Behind the camera question, how do you spell okay?
Okay-A-Y.
No, just
I mean
okay.
Do you capitalize both?
No.
Okay.
Depends.
If it's actually, I don't capitalize either of them if they're not in the first person.
Depends on who I'm talking to. Like, you might just get K.
Okay, dude, how
Just-
lazy are you?
It depends on who you're talking to.
Jesus
Just
Christ.
give them a space.
Like,
And it's like BTW. Yeah, I don't ever type that. Never.
You know,
I always make it harder on myself. I type the whole thing.
well, as long as you're not using the old AOL chat room acronyms, like, hey, girl, what's your ASL?
No, I use MySpace. Okay.
MySpace. There you go. There you go.
Look, you can't tell me you weren't looking at somebody's MySpace page and seeing if you were the top 10 or top
Oh, I
8.
was definitely looking. I was definitely looking. And any of my friends got a girlfriend and put her
Yeah.
over me.
Yeah, you're like,
Man.
dude, what are you kidding me?
Oh, I'd give them so much crap. Like, boy, you're whipped.
You've been dating her for a week. Get
Right.
over here. Let's
Right.
get real here, dude.
Yeah.
It's not gonna last. Take that shit off that MySpace page and put me where I belong.
Yeah. And get your hoodie back.
Yeah.
Get your hoodie back. What is it? What is the fascination with women stealing hoodies?
Dude, it's like that in hats. You know how many hats I get stolen from me?
Ugh.
It's like, dude, buy your own hat.
Yeah.
I have these hats. They're mine.
Well, I've got a permanent living girlfriend now, and so do you.
Yeah.
So, you know, chances are the hat's coming back home eventually.
Which is good.
Eventually.
Dude,
She might just claim it, and it might smell like perfume or hairspray next time that you wear it, but, you know, it's yours still.
yeah, to an extent.
Yeah, just rub a little dirt on it, get that man smell back to it, and
Look, this one's got the campfire smell to
There
it.
you
Nobody's
go.
touching this bad
There
boy,
you
okay?
go.
I
got-
can still smell the campfire on it.
got a little bit of s'more sticking
yeah.
on the front of the hat,
Yeah.
you know.
That's God's country right there. Look, I've been looking at RVs, man. I'm telling you, I'm going to make the move,
Yeah.
especially if we get something bad happen in this election. I'm downsizing,
Yeah.
and you know, that's one of the things that we see in this real estate market is a lot of people are downsizing and moving and selling their houses, and you know, being a little bit more economical as far as their rental or even looking to buy a home.
I'm just waiting on my pick for president to just go ahead and announce, you know, Snoop Kanye 2024.
Jesus Christ, that'll never work.
No. That'd be
I
polar
think
opposites.
I think they are on opposite sides, anyways.
I'm pretty sure they
I
are.
think they are because you know Kanye, he's all about Trump, and then I think Snoop's about Kamala.
Well, I don't know. I hadn't seen Snoop mentioned too much.
I don't know really.
He might
Look,
have.
I'm just making
I
stuff
just
up.
didn't pay attention to it.
He might have.
But I seen he's been all over the Olympics.
Has he?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that at all.
Yeah, he's become like America's mascot for
Look,
the Olympics.
I haven't watched 1 second of the Olympics.
I watched a few. I watched, you know, Katie Ledecky. She became the most decorated swimmer.
I saw that on the news that
Yeah.
she did, but I
Yeah.
never watched it. But I watched her qualify. I did
And
watch that.
Simone Biles is kicking ass while pregnant.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
She's
none of
winning the gold and she's pregnant.
And she's retiring. And also shout out to Steve.
that. Who's Steve?
Where you put your hands on those bars on that one thing and you're like spinning around.
Oh, the
yeah,
pommel
yeah,
horse.
yeah.
The pommel
The
horse.
blind guy.
The blind
He's
guy,
blind?
Well, he's not blind. I guess
He
he
had glasses. I wouldn't say
he
was
had
blind.
glasses, but I mean, like, dude took off the glasses and he's like this. I
Oh, yeah.
mean, so I'm pretty sure he's getting close to legally blind. If not, Steve, you're never going to see this, but you know, congratulations. I'm sorry.
What did he do? Win gold in the pommel horse?
Yeah, he like crushed it.
Oh, really?
In the team, and that's what got Team USA the gold.
And then you
Oh.
got the other guy for the sharpshooter that's been memed. Where,
That's the
Alex
one I was talking about.
Yeah.
So this Turkish guy,
Mm-hmm.
and he's probably some like high level assassin who
Yeah, it
blew
makes
his
sense.
cover by being in the Olympics. Like everybody shows up and they've got like their OSHA approved goggles with their big ass headphones on it for ear protection. Then here comes this guy walking up with just his regular reading glass spectacle looking deals, puts his hand in his pocket and just wins silver. Like what? Where did this guy come from?
Well, he didn't
Well,
win
Turkey,
the gold.
obviously, but
He's not that good.
I mean, yeah,
Well, the meme goes that he was hired to come back into the game to like serve his country, and that he got silver because he was trying his best not to blow his cover.
right. Probably.
Okay.
That's the story people are throwing around.
Like I'm purposely going to only get half of my bullet in the bullseye instead
the
of.
meme goes is like, we need you for one last job. Try not to make it too obvious.
Oh
Right.
my God.
Right.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Dude, that
So we got the real hitman.
we
and
got
then
like the
Olympics.
real hitman.
That's pretty cool. Agent 47.
Yeah. I mean,
It would have been even better if he was bald.
this guy's like Agent 1 for Turkey.
Okay.
Like he could have if the target would have been dangling from a string, he probably could have just cut the string.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I mean,
Look, I'm not saying he's a better shot than me, but
People
you
are
silver.
already
You
making those characters in Tekken because you can customize character. People are already making the shooters from the Olympics in Tekken.
that's
oh my
crazy.
goodness, in Tekken,
Look,
that's
at the end of the
wild.
day, my man still didn't
Can I
win the
make them
gold.
in Fortnite?
You could.
They might actually do that.
I'm sure they do.
Can I mod Fortnite? You know,
I'm sure they can.
and just have like Olympic characters.
Yeah, they've done that.
Yeah, they did that with football players, basketball players, a lot of musicians. Like, if they've done
The
a lot of
Rock.
celebrities.
We'll go back. The Rock.
Oh, the pebble.
Pebbles.
Oh, The Rock's in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pebble. He's the pebble.
Yeah.
When it comes to Hollywood, he's the pebble compared to
Yeah.
me.
Because
Okay.
I forget what movie I was watching, and the thing was like, oh, it's the guy from Fortnite.
Oh my God.
Like, buddy.
Look, I love The Rock. I'm not trying to shit on him. He was one of our greatest
If you
heroes.
smell.
Ah!
The Rock.
Look here, jabroni.
You shut your mouth. Look, I loved
Doesn't
him.
matter.
I love The Rock. He was that dude back in the day. It was
Oh,
him,
man.
Stone Cold Steve Austin,
Oh, man.
The Undertaker. That's when wrestling was fun, man.
I wonder
How many choke slams did you give your friends back in the
Oh,
day?
dude. I still, it's funny. So my birthday was a couple weeks ago, and my daughter and her little cousin that lives next door to us, they've got a big 33-foot around pool. We go over there and play all the time. And I guess my daughter's idea was to make me a birthday card and say, like, draw out her favorite moments with me.
Right.
Hers was when I, play with her and tickle her. The little cousin Emery, she drew a card and drew me power bombing her into the pool. But my favorite time with you is when you power bomb me in the swimming pool. So, Emmy, I appreciate that validation because I kept getting yelled at by Brittany. So the kids
For
love
power
it.
bombing?
The kids love it.
Look.
So now I'm allowed to power bomb, kids anytime that I see fit.
Yeah, you haven't lived if you haven't DDT'd your friend on the trampoline.
Look.
Yeah.
Before the RKA was cool,
I was
we
about to
were
say-
doing the diamond cutter on people.
Yes. Bang.
Diamond Dallas Page, baby.
Tie that back into yoga.
Yoga, I know. He got
does
his yoga.
That's your yoga guy
Look,
now.
I need to check him out.
Yeah.
Because I really needed to start doing some
Yeah.
more.
I saw Butterbean had a really bad back. The boxer Butterbean,
Mhm.
fat bald guy.
Yeah, I remember.
He had a really bad back and could hardly walk. He started doing the DDP yoga,
Mm-hmm.
lost a bunch of weight, and his back's in good shape.
I have to check it out.
So, we should probably do that because our
Our backs are
not
suck.
in good shape.
They suck. So we need to probably just hop on that Segway train.
This segue is brought to you by Lindello Mortgage. Sylvia DeBaca is our local Lindello mortgage expert. Give her a call. She's here in the Fayetteville office. You can reach her at our local office, 910-864-2325. And we'll also put her information down below. All right, so we during the segue with the train going by, we started talking about WWF, WWE wrestling, which has actually gotten a lot better now than it was, Jordan, when you were watching the John Cena era.
Get
No,
out of here, man.
The Attitude
Come
Era
on.
will always be the best era.
It's okay. You weren't a part of it.
No.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
I was such a big fan. I went back and I watched old stuff. So
Did you?
I'm still familiar with all of them.
Oh,
Like,
dude, some of the best
Dude, Monday
matches
Night
that-
Raw and WCW Nitro, when it was on both times,
Yeah.
it was amazing.
Yeah. I can remember going to house shows at the Coliseum here in town.
Absolutely.
And one was soon after Kane debuted.
Yeah, I think I was at
Undertaker's
that one.
brother.
Yep.
And they were prepping for a upcoming pay-per-view where they were doing the Inferno match. So they did the Inferno match live.
They did, yeah, right here in Fayetteville. I remember
in
that.
Fayetteville.
Yeah, we were at that one.
Just to prep and practice for the actual pay-per-view. So that was pretty cool. I've seen Stone Cold, Mankind, The Rock, and
yeah, we've seen The Rock
and
a
The
lot.
Undertaker.
The Rock was always here. He always came here.
And the Hardy Boys, they're from
from
right up
Cameron,
the road. Yeah. So
Jeff and Matt.
it was funny. You didn't get to make it in because you came late because you're on realtor time. But
I'm on my own time.
when we did the Botanical Gardens last year, which shout out to me for winning the best booth.
Yeah.
that was
He's lucky, we haven't had this bowling tournament yet. He
that was
has his ass whooped yet.
That was it.
Yeah, next week.
I'm going to add that to the trophy collection.
Next week, just wait.
I'm just going to do a gutter ball every single time. Guarantee me a trophy.
I'm going to throw left-handed.
Yeah. Well, this isn't golf. We're not shooting for the lowest score. You actually got to knock pins down.
Yeah, we'll see. Okay.
Watch us compete for the worst.
Okay.
We'll have highlights of this on the channel.
Oh, absolutely.
But
highlights of me whooping that ass.
But when we were at the Botanical Gardens last year, Matt Hardy was actually there with his family.
Was he?
Yeah. Dude's a lot bigger in real life than I expected him to be.
He was right here at this one?
Yeah. Yeah, because he lives right up the road, like 20 minutes away in Cameron.
I thought,
Well, I didn't call it out or say anything out loud. I just kind of took a step forward and shook his hand and was like, "Hey, man, it's nice to meet you. The kids want some candy?" And he was like, "Yeah."
Yeah. What do you mean the kids want candy?
Yeah.
Of course they do.
So,
What kind of dumb question is that?
I think, and it was funny. God, what was he? He was dressed up, and he had the big costume with just his face through the whole. I forget if he was a hot dog or a banana or a taco or
he was
something like that.
incognito. He didn't want nobody to know him.
But his face was out. It's not like he had his face covered, And I think it took him back because nobody was really saying anything to him, and I debated for a second to where if I wanted to. But, dude, I'd be on the trampoline pretending to be Jeff Hardy all the freaking time.
Swanton bomb, baby.
Swanton bomb. And then,
yep.
whatever this is, the finger guns.
Pew, pew. And don't forget, he had, the twist of fate or whatever?
Yeah, Matt had the twist of fate. Yeah. And then Matt would twist of fate on him, and then they would just happen to lay perfectly because, wrestling's totally not.
Not fake at all.
No.
But they're athletes. I give them that.
They're
athletes.
Okay. So let's have this debate quick.
Let's hear it.
So, wrestling has predetermined outcomes.
Correct.
Everybody knows that in the storyline.
Yep.
However,
Jordan, you didn't know that?
I'm sorry, Jordan. I'm so sorry, Jordan.
Sorry we broke your heart there.
Yeah.
No, honestly, that crushed me more than finding out Santa Claus wasn't real as a kid.
Dude, it crushed me too.
Yeah, because I kind of knew Santa Claus.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that shit's not fake.
No, it's real.
There's no way you could fake
they get hurt.
When the Undertaker turned into the American Badass and would just give you a wedgie,
last ride,
give you a wedgie and then slam you straight on your shoulders or back.
That ain't feeling good.
That crap had to hurt.
Yeah.
Jump Shane McMahon or Mankind jumping off of the Hell in a Cell.
There's a reason that stage bounces the way it does.
Yeah.
For the
No.
Yeah.
So I know a guy who he is a local sheriff for the Cumberland County Sheriff's Department. He also runs Ring Wars Carolina.
They're right here all the time. Yeah.
They're at the Dogwood all the time. They're at the Comic Con. Well, I don't think they're at Comic Con now. I think the split off from that is where they had the characters more so than the actual them being them. But I've hung out with them and watched them put the ring together. It is a metal frame with just plywood and the thinnest little bit of padding.
Yeah, it's nothing.
You take a bump on that and you're sore. You're bruised.
I don't want to go in them turnbuckles either.
No
way.
It's literally like cable
Yeah, it's cable like wire, like the metal prongs or whatever at the end. You know where they loop them through.
No, it's like a cable, like a guide wire. It's like that's holding this plane up behind us, and it's just wrapped in duct tape.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And I mean, that stuff's got to hurt. Now, predetermined outcomes aside, it's real. Predetermined outcomes aside, shit's real. They're not really punching each other in the face, but
they slap them pretty hard.
They slap them pretty damn hard.
Look, when they slap you on that chest, I'm good.
When Ric Flair chops you and you see blood welts coming up,
I'll pass.
Yeah.
When John Cena was thrown into the freaking spotlight, the giant.
Oh yeah.
That
had to hurt.
Yeah. Or Shane McMahon was belly to back through the glass at the King of the Ring.
Yep, I remember that.
It didn't break the first time, so Kurt Angle had to do it again. Which Kurt Angle really won the Olympic gold medal with a fractured freaking neck.
No kidding. That's an athlete right there, man.
Yeah.
Kurt Angle was an athlete.
Dude, I can go on a wrestling tangent.
You know what's crazy is there's a story out there that Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar wrestled, and Kurt Angle pretty much babied him.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Because I've seen I've.
And I'm a big UFC guy.
Yeah. And I wrestled through high school, so I mean, Greco and freestyle wrestling is what we did all summer. Folk style wrestling is the version that you see in many high schools, which doesn't have the throws. It's a lot safer. But once summer comes and you start doing that freestyle and Greco, I mean, it's belly to back straight on top of your head, dude. It's ruthless, which is what they do in the Olympics.
Yep.
Except for those guys are too good that they block that.
Me and you are getting thrown every time.
We're getting
We're launched,
just straight launched. But and so that was the style that Kurt Angle was the best at was freestyle and Greco.
And you can see it.
Brock Lesnar was a tremendous folk style wrestler.
More traditional.
For the University of Minnesota.
Yep.
Him and Shelton Benjamin that also was in WWE wrestled together.
I think they were roommates, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were roommates.
They were roommates.
They were. Well, the thing is, Brock Lesnar, isn't he married to
Sable?
Sable, yeah.
Yeah.
Back in the day, dude. Come on now, you remember Sable coming out with just handprints on. Come on. Was that
I remember
WrestleMania or something like that? Or I don't remember what it was.
I don't remember anything else about
other than
that.
That was it. Every kid remembers Sable coming out with handprints on her.
I'm getting so much shit from my wife when she watches this. But yeah.
Look,
but
it ain't no worse than Janet Jackson when Justin Timberlake did that at the Super Bowl because our Panthers lost that Super Bowl.
Oh, man.
And I don't like talking about that Super Bowl because we shouldn't have lost. John
Mm-mm.
Casey kicked it out of bounds, and Tom Brady should not have that Super Bowl ring.
Nope. Still hate Brady.
Just throwing that out there.
Yep. Still hate Vinatieri.
Yeah. Still John Casey's fault, though.
Still John Casey's fault.
He kicked it out of bounds and gave him the chance. I'll never forget that. And I love John Casey.
He's still a Carolina legend.
I love John Casey. But, man, that was a rough one. That was rough.
You know what? I mean, you miss a field goal. Dude, it's not that easy.
No, it's not easy, but you can kick it inbounds on a kickoff.
Yeah.
It's your job.
Getting them to start at the 40 does kind of hurt, especially when you give Tom Brady the back with with like 2 minutes on the clock to go.
I don't care enough to remember that much.
To go another 40 yards to kick a field goal,
mm-hmm.
and Mr. Checkdown that only does slant routes and in routes.
Well, I think didn't they have Wes Welker on that team?
No, that was
that before
that
him?
That was way.
Because that was Tom's second Super Bowl, second or third?
Yeah,
second, I think.
Yeah, I think 2001 when he became Mr. America after 9/11 was his first Super Bowl, and this was his second one. And I think in between the two, Kurt Warner and the Rams won. I want to say. Does that sound right?
he beat Kurt Warner and the Rams in his first Super Bowl. That was the first Super Bowl they did.
And then they went back next year, and I think the Rams beat somebody.
Maybe I don't remember.
Maybe I don't know.
But that was a long time ago.
Yeah. But I mean, we remember the
I
Panthers
remember
Super
most
Bowl.
of it. Yeah, I
So-
remember most of it.
So I don't blame John Casey as much as I harp on Cam Newton for not diving on the ball. But I'll
Okay.
tell you what, speaking of Cam Newton, we mentioned his career low light. Have you seen, like, he's 158-0 in playing against people head-to-head on NCAA 25?
Who's that? Cam Newton.
Cam Newton.
Yeah. Well, at least he's good at something now.
Dude's a freaking cheat code. But it's amazing, like, how, like, Cam and Tony Romo and all these guys can, like, read defenses and offenses, and they know what you're doing
Yeah.
before you do it. And it's I don't know if it's the different angle or if it's they're not in the heat of the moment, but it's wild. Like, Tony Romo, he calls a freaking play exactly
Yeah.
what's going to happen, who's going to where they're going to run, who's going to tackle who, but
Well, it's gonna be
Again-
interesting now. Tom
again-
Brady's doing it.
again, let's talk about, back like WWE, let's talk about predetermined outcomes, NFL. Roger Goodell, I'm looking at you.
Oh man, they don't cheat in there. Come on.
They might not, but the referees do.
Yeah, you might not be completely wrong on that.
But yeah, so I guess we'll do our final segue here.
Yeah, we'll segue to our wrap up.
Yeah.
Wrap
when
up
we come
segue.
back, we'll wrap up. Use 5 West Media because Jordan works there.
And Matt.
Well, I mean, Jordan's the one doing this. Matt's just
No,
going
we'll do it. No, we'll do another one.
No, I'm doing it now.
All right, yeah, come on.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So if you're interested in getting any kind of social media management done, photography, videography, graphic design, web design, SEO, you name it, we do it. Any kind of form of digital marketing, 5 West Media is here to be able to do that for you. I had to step in and do this because I'm a professional and these guys aren't.
All right,
I'll let you wrap it up for us.
we're coming back from this segue right now. So this was fun.
It's always fun, and we got some exciting guests coming up.
We do got some exciting guests. We've got Dan Elzer, world-renowned real estate coach,
if
real
you-
estate expert.
If you guys want to learn more about real estate, this is the guy you got to tune in because I'm telling you, he's one of the best. We've had him here before. He does awesome trainings, and if you follow it, you will become successful. I mean, it is just a fact. He travels all over the country. I know he's in New Zealand all the time. And listen, if he can turn those people out in New Zealand, and I believe what he was telling me the last time, they have a different way of doing real estate out there. It's all auction style.
Really?
So they do it differently out there, and he can still teach them in any market. He did own an ERA down in Florida for a long time, so he's also part of the ERA franchise. So it will be fun, and I'm looking forward to speaking to him next week. And I know Gray and Shane are going to have him on the show too for a little bit, I believe.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll have him about 10 minutes, and they'll have him about 10 minutes. So he's graciously blocked off some time for us, and looking forward to it. And I think you got some people that might be coming on and interested as well.
Yeah, so I've got a few people. I'm not going to name names yet, but I've got a few people I've spoken with that seem interested. Here in just a few minutes, I'm going to go to the Cool Springs board meeting. I do got a few people interested, and I won't name no names. I know. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that for now.
And then name them?
No, I wasn't going to start name dropping. I was going to mention, I've got a meeting here in a little bit with the downtown district with a bunch of the local
leaders of this area.
Yeah, local leaders of this area and local business owners. So they'd be some great people to have. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But we appreciate y'all if y'all have stuck around this long watching us just goof off and bullshit
Ramble
for the
on about
past
dumbass
20
stuff.
minutes. Yeah. We appreciate it. And hope y'all come.
We'll try to keep the contact light and fun on here.
Yeah. We hope you make it back to the next episode. Thanks for watching.
Stay classy.
Stay classy.